It's Week 7 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Broncos and the Browns. All that and more coming up next.
Now, from the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio, EA Sports proud to welcome you to Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. So good to have you on board with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here. Greg, you look at the marquee, and it's a lot of offensive stars here. I'm looking at the other side. Defenses better show up here if you want to walk out with a win.
Yeah, I think the burden, of course, lies on the players, particularly the players in the secondaries of both of these teams. They're going to have moments where they've got to win one-on-one, as you said, against some of the top offensive skill players in the league. But I also...
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Watson. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He'll try to run for it. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Here's Chubb. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Chubb. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. Good blocking, and he's in. Deshaun Watson, touchdown Browns. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw, and that ball incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. He runs with it. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And they're finally going to bring him down. It's a 1st down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Watson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Still fighting for yards, and he lost the football. The Browns have it. First and 10. Back to throw is Watson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 30-yard line.
Watson to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
Throwing is Watson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A run up the middle with Chubb. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now whistles and a timeout. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first down. It's Ford.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll run here. It's Ford. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Watson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Browns will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Wow. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That one secured by the tight end Bates.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
It is a big play for the Browns. It's a gain of 34.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. They get the former number 10 overall pick, Jedrick Wills. To throw is Watson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
the best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
3rd and long for Watson. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Tillman, the man in motion. He'll open this drive on the ground with 4. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. So after 1, it's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They give it, and it's 4. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Wyatt Teller called for the infraction. Here's Watson now on second down. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down. Now Watson. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Browns' 43-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. He finds his tight end, Dulcich. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Broncos.
Throwing is Nix. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was defended by Martin Emerson.
A run now with McLaughlin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd.
Here's Nix to throw. And that is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's now 10-3. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Broncos offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Nix. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
The Browns offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Watson. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free, and that is going to be a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here, backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun snap to Watson. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Watson. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground You break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
On the ground, McLaughlin. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. A run here, it's McLaughlin. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. They send Sutton in motion. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Browns offense ready for this next possession. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Watson. A throw on the move is caught.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Automatic first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Chubb. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Throwing is Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
3rd and long.
3rd and 13.
To the air again, Watson. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
On play action, it's Watson. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
On 1st and 10, here's Watson. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. To throw on 2nd down is Watson. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And
in trouble, and down he goes.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that
one, take it in. Jamari Thrash. Touchdown, Cleveland. That his first touchdown this year.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and Jaleel McLaughlin head back onto the field. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. One final throw before the break. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
With the score, Browns 19, Broncos 3.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Jalen Waddle, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head up to our nation's capital to check in on the Commanders at home in Landover. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Brian Robinson, a touchdown run in the victory. The Browns were given a solid performance in that first half from their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Third down, 3 to go. Back to throw is Nix. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
3rd and short, you think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
Here's a screen from McLaughlin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Nick's going to look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Mims sent in motion here. They run on the jet sweep. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. To throw is Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Mims sent in motion here. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Once more, it's Estime. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos will cut into that lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On the zone read, they hand it to Chubb. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Watson now on 3rd down. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Watson to throw. He keeps it himself. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
Play action. Watson. Open man, and that's Tillman. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Once again, it's Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Browns.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme.
The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
At the 26-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing, Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. but anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus, and that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to run it. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Joe Bitonio, former All-Pro, guilty on that one. On 2nd down, here's Watson. That's taken in by Chubb. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. They run out of the gun, and it's Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Here's Chubb. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
One more time, it's Chubb. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw is Watson. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Deshaun Watson. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
32, Broncos 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Nix. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
A run now with McLaughlin. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
Brought down at the 30-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd and 5. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Nix going to throw for it. That one on target to Moore. And he is going to have the Broncos first down as they wind up getting 13 on fourth down.
13 yards. First down.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
They'll throw. It's Nix. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Nix. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Broncos. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. A flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. Nix gonna give this to Estime. He's gonna force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's gonna be coming back. That one on the former Notre Dame star, Mike McGlinchey. He'll look to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Second down, Nix. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down, but now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Now a loose football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
A run out of the gun. Here's Chubb.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. He finds his tight end, Dulcich. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Browns have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. It's Watson out of the pistol. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Off play action, here's Watson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Running is Chubb. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down.
Offside.
Big call here. It was 3rd down.
Still 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Watson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
Holding. Offense.
Kevin Stefanski going to turn to his field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Here's a screen from McLaughlin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Broncos 13.
We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick. He's to midfield.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Browns offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And a good run. He'll take it forward for 6 yards on 1st down. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run right here with Chubb. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. 3rd and long.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
It's 4th down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, the Browns getting their punting team out there. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And that's going to help. He's out of bounds up near the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Denver.
Throwing, Nix. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. He connects with Mims. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Nix. That'll be taken in by Moore. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Denzel Ward in there defensively to knock it away. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Nix gonna throw for it. And that is not gonna work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
So it's a win for the Browns. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.